The Central Bank of Nigeria is asking its staff members to declare if they have relatives working within the bank. It means that if you have a brother or a sister or your mom or your dad or your cousins are working within the CBN, then you have to make that declaration. The bank is also asking its staff members to declare if they have any connection with politically exposed persons in Nigeria, otherwise known as PEPs. PEPs are people considered to be influential in government. They could have been appointed or they have some position within the civil service and they are considered to be influential in government circles. So the CBN is asking staff members to make the declaration if they have any such connection with PEPs or they have relatives working within the CBN. Now, where exactly is the CBN headed with this policy? And what does it intend to achieve with this policy? Well, according to a Premium Times report at the weekend, there are three significant things to pick out from this new move by the CBN. Number one, the CBN is trying to reposition itself in its management of the nation's monetary policy. Monetary policies are basically management of money supply within the economy and, of course, interest rates as they affect banks and lenders. An example of such policy was what we saw earlier in the year when the CBN tried to change the Nigerian currency. And of course, it had its own challenges at the time. So in trying to reposition itself in the management of the nation's monetary policies, the CBN is trying to do some sort of in-house cleaning and ensure that the bank is well positioned to take this role of managing the nation's monetary policy. Another reason why this is very significant is that in 2016, during the tenure of former President Muhammadu Buhari, there was some sort of recruitment within the CBN that was done in secrecy, and it was alleged at the time that sons and daughters and relatives of politically exposed persons were beneficiaries of that recruitment. There were names of former president, former vice president, top government functionaries, powerful people within the government that had their relatives and sons and daughters recruited at the time. There was some sort of outcry on why that should not have happened within the Central Bank of Nigeria. In fact, at the time, there was supposed to be a probe, but for one or two reasons, there was no probe. For clarity, the CBN rules prohibit the appointment of relatives of serving staff members or even board members of the CBN within the bank. So, this new move is expected to be one of those moves to instill discipline and bring in transparency and accountability within the Central Bank of Nigeria. It's expected that this would ensure that there's some sort of sanity within the Central Bank of Nigeria. Another reason why this is important was that in July, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointed Jim Obaze as a special investigator to look at the CBN and its operations and recommend how to make the bank more efficient in its operation. And we saw about some months ago that the CBN released its financials, which showed that the CBN was heavily exposed in terms of certain loan and obligations that it didn't meet at the time. And this new move, it is believed, would also be part of the special investigators' effort to instill discipline within the operations of the CBN. Now, will this bring some sort of sanity into the system? And are we going to see this extended to other ministries and agencies of government? Well, we can't say for now, but we're expecting that the new move or whatever it is that the CBN is trying to do would instill discipline and it would make the CBN work for the interest of the Nigerian masses and fix the economy so that everyone can benefit. We expect that this should be extended to other agencies of government with similar mandate to ensure that Nigerians get the best from their institutions. Until then, my name is Oladende. This is Economy 360. Bye-bye.